Hi, I'm Jim Daniels,
And I'm David Leeser.
and together we created Digital Badge Academy.
And today we're going to show you a success formula to create a high-impact digital badge program fast. It's actually fast and easy if you know the formula. So Jim, take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as a success formula, the very first thing that our formula deals with is setting a solid foundation. It's really about getting everybody on the same page early on in the process so that whatever the badging program is going to be in service of, there's full support across all stakeholders and everybody that's involved.
And it's key to know what the business value you have up front. What are you trying to do? What is this in service of? And I think that's the key here, is that you understand what badges can do and what they need to do for your organization.
Absolutely. And without focus on the foundation, if you proceed forward without addressing this step in the process, the outcome typically is not good. So this is definitely, from a starting standpoint, an absolute must.
So set up your measures of success early on. Number 2,
Getting buy-in. This is really, really important. It's essential that you find executive sponsorship and you look across the organization for key stakeholders that could potentially benefit and get their buy-in. Getting that buy-in, especially upline across the executive ranks, will really, really help make the program go forward in a productive and a meaningful way.
and you have to know what the use cases are for each person. You have to know what the audience is listening for. The key here is to whip them. What's in it for me? Everybody's going to be listening to something different. Support is going to be listening to, how do I reduce my support calls? Sales are going to be interested in, how do I increase more revenue? Marketing, how do I improve my social media presence or my reputation? So make sure that you tailor your message for everybody in the audience and know up front what they're going to be listening for. Step number 3.
Developing the structure. So this really gets into the meat of any program, and that's how you go about designing the governance model for your program and how you build out your operations processes. As we were talking in the last step, you can have many different stakeholders with a lot of different needs and wants or concerns that the badging program would be in service of. At the same time, you need to have a common governance model that addresses all of that. So you can have the latitude of a diverse program while at the same time having common governance and a clean operations model to help the program be successful regardless of who's participating.
And I think that's the key. You have to figure out how far you want to go with this governance, how much you want to lock down and say these are the requirements for the program versus this is the flexibility that the different groups that are issuing badges can have in the program. So you need to know that up front, because that way you can avoid conflicts. Number 4.
Setting up your program. So this is where you're looking at what kind of badging platform you're going to deploy, that you're going to be configuring your badges on, publishing them and issuing them, and of course making a profile system available for your badge earners. Branding comes into play here. Really important that you have some continuity from a branding standpoint across your program. Data privacy, huge consideration, particularly for anyone that is dealing with badge earners on an international basis. And also strategies for working with other groups. This could be authorized issuing. It could be if you have third parties that are involved or outside stakeholders outside your organization that would be earning badges.
You need to decide based on all of your requirements when you're setting up that system, if you want to build your own system or you want to buy one. You may want to outsource to one of the leading badge issuing companies, or you may want to build your own. But so you need to know up front what your requirements are to be able to make that decision. And number 5.
You really need to identify what your measures of success are going to be. How are you going to determine if the program is meeting your objectives? What kind of data are you going to look at? The one real benefit that comes out of digital badging is the rich data set that you have after you've issued badges, and that can inform you in all sorts of ways as far as how successful not just the badging program is, but what the badging is representing. It can give you a sense of how learning programs and any other activities that are being badged are performing and being received.
And you better take that information and use it as a marketing tool as well. So you'll need to continue to resell your program to your stakeholders. So make sure you come up with a strategy to get the message out on these measures of success. Do it on a weekly, monthly, quarterly basis to make sure that everybody knows this is how the program is advancing, allows you to pivot or change, allows other people to come in and see the value that you're delivering in this program. And also, it can help elevate the badge program to provide C-suite guidance on where the company can go based on the data that you have in the badge program. So don't underestimate the value of the data that you're going to be able to get out of your program. Of course, that's high level, but if you want to go deeper, we have a lot of tools for you. And so these resources include...
Yeah, we have a free quick guide that you can download. It's out on digitalbadgeacademy.com, and you can download this guide, and it really breaks down this success formula at a more granular level. There's quite a bit of detail that we go into that spans across the entire 5-step success formula.
We also have a newsletter that comes out every weekly, so you can sign up for our newsletter, and we speak with industry experts. We curate the most important information on digital credentials, micro-credentials, and what's going on in all the adjacent technologies as well. So make sure you get that newsletter. It'll keep you always up to date.
And of course, the masterclass, and that's really the heart of what we're doing. There's a masterclass that we have built. It's based on nearly 2 decades of experience combined that David and I have working in the digital credentialing and digital badging space. There's over 10 hours of education that covers all 5 of those steps that we saw in the success formula.
We also do live coaching. So if you ever wanted to get up to speed quickly, you need questions answered, you can hop on the phone, do a coaching session, either one-on-one or with your team of people as well.
We also have workshops, and this workshop will take you from ground zero all the way through to having a launch-ready program within 12 weeks. This program is based on proven best practices and have been pressure tested in a significant way. Anyone that's looking to have a higher touch type of an approach to having us help or using resources from Digital Badge Academy, this is definitely an option that we make available.
So that's it. Thank you so much. If you want to learn more, go to Digital Badge Academy. We have a lot of free resources up there, and we're here to help.